I'm 73 years old, and I need to tell you something that might be hard to hear. Most of what you believe about success, aging, and having time is wrong. I know because I believed it too. For the first 50 years of my life, I did everything society told me to do. I built a career. I worked long hours. I bought a house. I earned respect. I climbed the ladder step by step, year after year. From the outside, I looked successful. People admired me. They said I was disciplined, focused, driven. But inside, I was running on autopilot. Every morning I woke up with a list of responsibilities, meetings, deadlines, targets. I told myself this was what adulthood looked like. This was what success required. Sacrifice now, enjoy later. Work hard now, rest later. Build now, live later. There was always a later. At 52, my body interrupted that illusion. I was in the middle of a business meeting, talking about quarterly results. Suddenly, the room began to spin. My chest tightened, my hands went cold. The next thing I remember was waking up in a hospital bed with bright white lights above me. The doctors told me I was lucky. Lying there with tubes in my arms, I kept asking myself one question. If I had died today, what would my life have really meant? A bigger bank account? A nicer house? A collection of achievements that would be forgotten within a few years? Would my children remember how hard I worked, or how often I wasn't there? Would my wife remember the promotions, or the evenings I came home too tired to talk? That hospital room forced me to confront the biggest lie we all tell ourselves. I have time. I'll travel later. I'll call my parents tomorrow. I'll spend more time with my kids next year. I'll follow my passion after retirement. I'll rest when things slow down. But things don't slow down. They speed up. The goals get bigger. The pressure increases. The expectations grow. You reach one milestone, and immediately there's another one waiting. You get the promotion, and then you want the next one. The finish line keeps moving. For 30 years, I climbed the ladder of success. And when I finally reached the top, I realized something devastating. The ladder was leaning against the wrong wall. I had built a life that looked impressive on paper but felt empty in quiet moments. I had spent decades preparing to live instead of actually living. Let me tell you something about regret. The regrets that follow you into old age are not your failures. They are your delays. The trip you never took, the friend you never called, the apology you never made, the love you never expressed. My father passed away suddenly. For years, I told myself I would repair our strained relationship when I had more time. There wasn't. And that regret doesn't disappear with time. You learn to carry it, but it stays with you. After my heart scare, I made changes, intentional ones. I began to ask myself different questions. Instead of, how can I earn more? I asked, how do I want to spend my days? Instead of, what will people think? I asked, what truly matters to me? I worked less and listened more. I started saying no to things that drained me and yes to things that nourished me. I stopped trying to impress people who didn't truly care. I began telling the people I loved exactly how much they meant to me. I traveled, not to escape my life, but to experience it. I forgave people because I deserved peace. I spent more evenings sitting quietly with my wife, having real conversations instead of staring at screens. I watched my grandchildren play without checking my phone. And something unexpected happened. I became happier. I am more at peace at 73, knowing my time is limited than I ever was at 30 when I believed I had forever. When you truly understand that time is limited, your priorities shift. You stop arguing about trivial things. You stop chasing validation. You begin to value moments instead of milestones. Most people spend their youth sacrificing health for wealth, and then their later years sacrificing wealth to regain health. The most valuable currency was always time. Time with your parents while they are still here. Time with your children before they grow up. Time with your partner before wrinkles replace the smoothness of youth. If your life ended tomorrow, would you feel satisfied with how you're living today? Not impressed, not admired, not wealthy, satisfied. Would you be proud of the way you treated people, the way you used your days, the balance between ambition and presence? If the honest answer is no, then what are you waiting for? There will never be a perfect moment. Life does not pause so you can feel ready. It keeps moving, and so does the clock. Not loudly, not dramatically, but steadily. Every second that passes is a second you will never get back. You don't want to wake up at 73 in a quiet room surrounded by memories, wishing you had started sooner, wishing you had taken the risk, wishing you had made the call. Success is not a title, it's not a salary, it's not applause. Success is being able to look at your life and say, I used my time well. So don't wait for someday. Someday is not a promise, it's an illusion we create to comfort ourselves. Someday is today. You can continue preparing to live, or you can start living now. The choice, as uncomfortable as it may be, is entirely yours. The clock is ticking. What are you going to do with your time?